Fareed, you wrote a book on liberal education, and it seems to me that a liberal humanities education helps us develop tools to navigate these more intense emotionalities in this future of hyper-change. Right?
Yeah, I would actually even say it becomes more important in an age of AI because, look, at the end of the day, for all that I was saying, AI is in its early stages. It's obviously going to get better, and they'll find ways to connect, the search engine to the AI system, and so it'll be able to give me the right quote. It's going to be better at us than at simple analysis, right? I mean, think about a doctor diagnosis. Well, what is diagnosis? It's pattern recognition. So you go to a good doctor because he has a good memory, he has a good understanding of medicine. He's read a whole bunch of articles. He's treated hundreds of patients. And maybe he can remember, 200 of those articles that he's read and the research in them. Well, the computer is going to look at every single case in human history of the particular problem you have and be able to give you a diagnosis on the, how can you, we won't be able to do better than that, right? What can we do better? We can do one thing that AI cannot do, which is relate to other human beings, right? So imagine the doctor now, okay, he gets the diagnosis from the machine, but now he's got to explain it to the patient. He's going to make the patient understand why this is important. He has to translate that into a regimen, a regime of pills, of exercise, of surgery, or whatever. He has to make sure the patient keeps on it, stays on it. Those qualities of being a life coach become much more important than the simple mechanical task of pattern recognition, of looking at these cells and saying, well, if you look at 47 million X-rays, these are the closest matches. Yeah, no doctor will be able to do that better than the machine. But no machine will be able to do all the things I just described. So there are already a bunch of AI fiction books on Amazon, and they don't sell at all. And the reason is, we human beings are interested in other human beings. We're interested in the creative thought process, in what's going on of other human beings. We're not interested in what, your iPad produced, right? So that's going to be our great skill. It's our social skills, our emotional skills, our empathy, our ability to lead people in teams. And these are all, I don't want to say they're softer skills, but they're skills where the humanities, where an understanding, I think we should be getting our doctors to read more fiction. That when I was on the board at Yale, a surgeon took me on one of the most fascinating things we did was he took us on a tour of the Yale Art Gallery. And this guy used to have all his students take this class where he would take them through art and literature, and he would ask them to observe. And he would say, look at the painting and tell me what you see. And they would write down things, and he would say, you're not looking closely enough. You're not looking at the pain in that woman's eyes. You're not looking. He would have them read, and he would say, what do you get from this story? And he'd want to see if they connected with the characters, with the human beings. That kind of stuff, seems to me, is going to become more important in a world where doing the quadratic equation is something any routine AI machine can do. So how do you get people to understand that? Now, the core of this, though, is you have to not be scared of the machine. You have to be willing to use the machine. You have to be willing to embrace that stuff. Your job will not be taken away by AI, but it might be taken away by another human being who knows how to use AI and combine it with his human skills in an effective combination.